Well, welcome to another podcast of Just Asking. And we are now, my name is Sue Trombino, and I'm the founder and president of Women Impacting the Nation. And we are doing a whole series on our team so that you, our viewers, can get to know our team. And I am really excited today to have one of our awesome special gals, Debbie Cusick. And Debbie, welcome to our set, and just tell our audience not only a little bit about yourself, but how did you get to be part of WIN? When did you come to WIN? Because we've been together, gosh, I don't know, we were talking about maybe 8-10 years, and you have stayed the course. You've been faithful. Not only have you done our WIN talks, and you can tell our audience what that all is, but then everything you've done within the WIN talk. And then we're going to do, once we talk about that, then we're going to go into really about you and what you've done all over this world, because you really are a true woman of faith, and you really are a daughter of the King, because she's been amazing doing a lot of missionary work and just a lot of things in our in the colleges and the universities. And so we're going to talk all about that. And you're going to get to know that she's a real, true WIN woman. So anyway, welcome, Deb.
Thank you. What an intro, and what an honor to be here and to be a part of WIN. A friend from a church brought me to WIN, and I was so impressed coming to your home, where you gave up a whole room in your house for your office and everything, and how your life was so dedicated. And I thought, wow, to know a courageous woman like this, and a fellow tennis player, it just right away I just thought, wow, I have found my tribe, as they say these days, where we're from so many different churches, and yet we just have the unity of God with us, that we're not we don't talk that much about our differences. We find the unity and the love of the Lord. And so it's just been exciting to be a part of that. And then when I heard you were really into prayer and saw, how into prayer you were, that really excited me more. And so we did our home groups, the WIN talks, and read all these wonderful books. And that inspired all of us. And what I loved about WIN is that we really don't just read about it and stress over the issues in our world as we try to take over the 7 mountains of influence, but we also do things. And I'm an action person, because you are too, and I
we
love
talk
that.
Truth, we take action, because that's what we do. We're about truth and facts, and not emotion and conjecture, but our action steps are very important.
Yes. And again, what moves us? I love how you always challenge us. What's your lane? What really moves you? And I've loved how the women have all come alongside. When one had a real vision and a passion for something, we'd say, yeah, let's all do it. Not, oh, I don't think we can. And it's such a let's do this thing. We can do this, and with the Lord, of course. So I think some of the fun things, and maybe I'll get to that. I've been a missionary at Florida Atlantic University for about 18 years on campus with InterVarsity Christian Fellowship. But on some of the events we had there, even the WIN ladies would come. And one of those I loved was when we came against, the whole abortion thing. And Janique, who I'm sure you'll see on these, came and
she's part of one of our co-hosts, Janique Stewart.
Right.
So that's awesome.
So the cool thing we did is we made little crosses and put them on the free speech lawn and had baby clothes hanging there. And then we had first care there to show the different sizes of the babies, in the womb and all. And it was the best dialogue people said on campus they'd ever had about the whole abortion issue. Because they saw, we had surveys, when do you think the baby has pain? But seeing that visual and a big poster that Janique had made of how many children died each day, each year have died, it really got the attention. But our WIN ladies were out there praying and speaking and witnessing, and it was just an amazing thing to have them just come alongside.
But before you go on to some of the other things you've done, Debbie, I think that's really important what you just said, because a lot of times, we tend to just talk, right? And we'll go to events and we're talking, but what you hear, you forget. But what you see, you remember. And what you did by showing people, all of a sudden, you can't unsee that, And so that was so awesome that you guys did that and you were part of that. And I remember that you're like, can we do that? I go, yeah, do whatever floats your boat. And that's why we ask the questions, right? At when we always ask, why are you here? And the second question is, what's important to you? And that's where you find out whose lane is in, what your lane is, and then why do you believe the way you believe.
Yeah.
So, but that's really awesome. But tell us what is the other things that you've done, with WIN.
Well, again, I do want to go back to our WIN talks.
Mhm.
It's been so wonderful to find like-minded, passionate women, again, who are so courageous. And I have to just say, Sue, you have just led us in such a beautiful way. And your courage has put courage in us. They say one man can put courage in the spines of 1,000 others, and you've really done that. You're such an example, and you just, when I hear your attitude of we can do this, it always inspires me. Like, yeah, let's go.
You're
I'm
too
older
kind.
and I earned these
And I
wrinkles.
didn't pay her to say that. Thank you. You're too
But
kind.
you're worth it. With the WIN ladies, another cool thing is we went and prayed around one of the new Muslim mosques in town. We have several here, and Boca is targeted as a no-go zone, that they really want, I think because of the large Jewish population here, they really are targeting us to not, well, again, we just want to be aware and pray for that community, but we even marched around it, and it took a long time for that mosque to open. And we just love our brothers here and just want to win them. And speaking of winning, one of the things that you always say, it's when we win the hearts of people is when we change that. When God wins their hearts is when their mind is changed. And that is so important to, and I think I was privileged, excuse me, to help with the prayer room we had at one of our locations. For about 5 years, we prayed every Friday, and a faithful group, and we also had a lot of the ministries, the local ministries, all whether it was brochures or pictures of them. So we prayed for the ministries around South Florida and further, and that was a wonderful time. And let's see what else we did. Prayer, praise, and pasta.
Oh yes,
quarterly.
And you know what I want to do is we're going to take a quick break. And I want to come back and talk about that because you've just been such an amazing part, Deb, of our prayer team. And that's so vital. And I want to go into that a little bit better. But we're going to be right back. You can catch us at womenimpactingthenation.org, or you can call us at 844-946-8255. But we're going to be right back in just a handful of minutes with Deb Cusack. So we'll see you in a minute.